limitless creative potential that exists in every single one of us, I rewatched Ratatouille. Anyone can cook. This extraordinary story about the little chef that could, and reflecting on what the film truly means to me. Ratatouille probably means more to me personally than all three of them combined. Why does this movie about a French rat chef controlling a noodle-named, noodle-armed ginger man have such a profound message about the nature of the human condition? And why am I so obsessed with it? And what am I talking about when I say this is Pixar's magnum opus? Here, the color palette is the darkest and dingiest it's ever been so far, because this is his lowest point. He was miserable before, but at least he had his family. Now he has nothing. His internal passion and drive to make a difference in this world is made external through the ghost of Chef Gusteau. And it is his internal voice. Remy is simply talking to a figment of his imagination, the personification of his conscience and his desire to make things. So Remy takes Gusteau's advice, or rather his own advice, and keeps moving forward. At least set up a drab, stormy, miserable environment for the first 15 minutes of the film. Well, this glorious shot right here is the payoff. There's only one word that comes to mind when I watch this scene, and that's cinema. This is easily one of the greatest moments in any Pixar film, and the movie is just getting started. At last, we get to see a gourmet kitchen in action. Every piece flowing perfectly. Every person doing their part to help the efficient, artistic machine run. Dare I say, a gourmet kitchen
is like an enormous
I was gonna say cluster, but that works too. And it's a cluster from the perspective of Linguini. Right away, we can see that this newly hired garbage boy is way out of his element. While Remy is living it up on top, impressing his imaginary boyfriend with his innate knowledge of the kitchen, Linguini is just trying to mop the floors and stay out of trouble. But he's a clumsy boy, and that causes him to spill some soup, so he's gotta fix it. Or just make it worse, that's always an option. No rational person would get this upset about a soup getting ruined. It's just a soup, bro. Chillax. But Remy can't chillax. This is his greatest passion, his entire universe, the restaurant he's always dreamed of seeing for himself. A flurry of ingredients flies through the air and into the delicious mixture being concocted by an artist in his prime, in his element, with the music perfectly scoring every action. There is no better word for this sequence than sensational. Nothing can stop Remy now. Uh-oh. Here we finally get to see our main duo get to know each other for the first time. What if one of them doesn't talk? Obviously, half-silent duos have existed plenty of times before this movie, but Pixar never gave it a try at this point. It would be so easy to just have Remy talk to Linguini and remove the communication barrier entirely. Remy's from a different world than the one he wants to join. But it doesn't take the easy way out. It wants to take itself seriously. But Ratatouille takes its silly premise and shows what kind of creativity and emotional significance can be achieved if you try hard enough. They treat the idea of a rat who wants to become a chef realistically, which is why he doesn't talk. They realize that that would be a step too far, and so they do something that is simultaneously more realistic and more outlandish and much, much more creative. Who would even think about making a movie where a rat controls a human like a puppet by pulling on his hair? It's absolutely absurd, and yet, even though it takes time to get used to, it starts to make sense as the story continues on. We, the audience, start to accept this absurd system of control because it just becomes second nature to the characters.
Prepare to feel. A whole new world of flavor combinations! Remy was a god of food.
Yes, he was.
And today we learned from him.